Hello, my name is Alex. I'm the patchwork nerd, and I am really in love with my outfit today. That has nothing to do with what we're going to talk about, but I just needed to share that. I am really excited about today's topic because I am actually doing another collaboration. It is with the amazing, wonderful, and ridiculously sweet Mandi Lynn. I am going to link her down below. We are both doing videos talking about our struggles that we've had as writers, because a lot of times when you're writing, I've talked about this before, it's a very singular experience at times, and you just feel very tangled up in your emotions and in your feelings and in the weaknesses you might have as a writer and a creator. I think it is a good conversation for us to have today. I struggled a lot over the last couple of months with my writing because I was getting ready for author-mentor match, and there were so many times where I became self-aware of my flaws as a writer, and it definitely dented my spirit at times, but I am so grateful for those experiences because despite those struggles, I learned so many valuable lessons, and I want to share that with you guys today. So one of the main things I struggle with as a writer is my confidence. A lot of times I don't believe in myself, and I know that might seem a little bit contradicting because I'm constantly encouraging everyone and encouraging the community and creating these videos for encouragement. But finding encouragement within myself is something that I constantly struggle with, and I think that's why I'm drawn to making these videos, so that I can help people who are going through those same struggles as me find that ability to believe in themselves. And over the last couple of months, I've put a magnifying glass on all of those insecurities. There were so many times where I thought that my writing was too voicey, and I have a bad habit of using passive voice, and I wondered if my descriptions were too flowery. Because I was working in such a condensed amount of time for Author Mentor Match, I saw all of my flaws up close and personal, and it was just very difficult to swallow that. And a lot of times when you're confronted with what might be your weaknesses as a writer, that can stifle you. I'm learning that it is really good to realize those things and notice those things because they are what are going to make you stronger. I realized I'm writing in passive voice, so I keep an eye out for that, and I now see it when it's happening as opposed to seeing it later on during the revision process. I'm getting better at catching myself. I want to have a whole discussion about passive voice at some point because I also realized something about passive voice and my self-esteem. They're linked together, believe it or not, but that's a discussion for a different day. Over the last few months, I've had to learn to believe in myself because I was putting it out there for people publicly to judge me. There was a good chance that I was going to be rejected and that I wasn't going to be accepted, and I had to prepare myself emotionally for that. Yes, it did end up being a happy ending and I was selected for Author Mentor Batch, but I really had to sit in my own head and think about what I was going to do if I didn't get selected and what it meant for me and what it meant for my novel. And that's another thing I struggle with. I am a pessimist, and I know that might surprise some people. I'm always thinking in worst case scenarios because I'm a planner by nature. I like being prepared as much as I can for all the different plans, not just the A plan or the B plan. I like being pretty much prepared all the way through Z if humanly possible. I've learned to let go over the last couple of months. I have learned to not always have to feel like I have to have a plan. And that also connects to an experiment I've been doing with pantsing, another video discussion for another day. I'm just learning to not try to be in control all the time because a lot of times I suffocate myself, and with the plans for my novel, I get so fixated on the things that I need to accomplish. I don't even stay present in the moment. I'm thinking already about all the other things I have to get done coming up, and that makes my story feel choked and stifled, and I do that both as a person and I do that both as a writer. I'm so worried about the future that I'm not living in the moment, and that's a really big struggle. And if you are struggling with being in the moment, I definitely recommend breathing first off, and also taking a moment to be aware of the things around you. I have been trying to be more present and remind myself to stop and enjoy the things in the moment, and that has been really helping me fighting that and to enjoy what I'm writing in that moment instead of worrying about what it is I'm going to be writing down the line. As for some of my favorite parts of writing, it is honestly learning these lessons, learning that despite these struggles, I can grow and learn and become stronger. It feels like having a superpower. It's like having a snake skin that I shed off and I become 10 times shinier or more rainbowy, or my lipstick gets more intense. That is the amazing thing about practice. I love that practice really does make perfect, or well, I guess perfect doesn't exist, but practice makes things easy. And that just blows my mind sometimes to realize like, oh, if I keep writing and if I keep trying to be mindful of the negative thoughts I'm having, I will become mentally more healthy, I will believe in myself more, and my writing will get stronger. Why didn't I think of this before? Honestly, I absolutely love that part of writing, and I also love how this community comes together. I love how you guys are always just so optimistic and teach me how to be optimistic, and when we're struggling or when we're having one of those pessimistic moments, we come together, and that means so much to me. Ultimately, this is all worth it because it teaches us. We are constantly in a learning moment, and I think that's the coolest thing about writing, is that we're always actively learning to be better and stronger. Every year that we're writing, we're getting that much closer to our potential, and I think that's just so cool, being able to have that ability and to be able to share that with you guys and share that with the community. It brings me so much hope to think about that. And I hope this video isn't too rambly, and I hope you guys understand where I'm going with this, is that we all go through struggles, and your struggles might not be anywhere similar to mine, but know that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. You just have to reflect on what is best for you, and the path that took me to being able to be healthier and happier might not be the right path for you, but maybe you need to sit in your own mind or just sit in the quiet and try to listen to yourself and hear what it is that you need to do to be happier, more successful, and to struggle less. I want to thank you guys so much for joining me today, and of course I need you to also go and check out Mandi's video. I'm really excited to see what she does and what her take is on this subject. We both thought it would be fun to have this chatty type of video. Honestly, chatty videos are one of my favorites, so I will link Mandi down below. Please make sure you're checking that out, and if you are new to my channel, possibly consider hitting that happy little subscribe button down below. I post new videos on Monday, although this video is going up on a Tuesday. Every so often I have a bonus video, which is even cooler. Also, please be sure to follow me on Twitter at PatchworkNerd to join my chat, #WritersPatch. It is a chat that I host every Sunday at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, where we discuss writing, and I post a lot of gifts of various pastries because I'm usually hungry when Writer's Patch is going on. I want to thank you guys so much for joining me today, and as always, remember, keep writing, keep laughing, and most importantly, please keep encouraging each other, and I will see you next time. Toodles!